Hello, welcome to Verbling. Hi there, I'm teacher Oakley, and for the next hour, we are very simply going to practice conversational English. I will be asking questions, trying to get students to answer with some kind of detail and with hopefully a little bit of a longer response. I will be trying to encourage you to speak at length about the topic of hobbies. I will be asking all kinds of questions, but quite honestly, I will be asking a lot of questions which are common on the standardized English tests such as IELTS and TOEIC and TOEFL and so on. Because this is a really common topic for those types of exams. And why not kill two birds with one stone, practice our conversational English, as well as do a little topic-based exam practice. Why not? As we go along, of course, I will give you a little feedback regarding your sentence construction and or possible vocabulary suggestions, whatever else, pronunciation, etc. Anyway, we'll talk about hobbies and activities that we all enjoy. Okay. All right, so come on in and join me, plenty of room. Let's get started. Who wants to talk to me? Practice a little English conversation. What hobbies do you enjoy? And I will be asking questions that will elicit responses in the past tense, future tense, preference questions, hypotheticals, opinion questions, description questions, the full boat, to try to get you to converse in a wide range of ways. Okay. As a conversation-based class, of course, I need somebody to converse with. So what is an interesting hobby you have? Okay. For example, we'll start off with this. Who can answer me this question? Who can attempt? Come on in and join me and attempt to answer this description question about hobbies. Let's see if you can describe something at length, such as describe an interesting hobby you have. You should say what it is, when you started doing it, how long you spend on it, how often you do it, and why you like it. For example, if I were to answer this question, I might say something like this. By the way, this specific question is exactly a Part 2 IELTS description question, which requires you to speak at length for 1 to 2 minutes, preferably 2 minutes. I've always advised students to start out a question of this nature, something like this. I would like to tell you about, or I would like to talk about, very simply, and then from there, more or less rephrase the base question, but maybe change some of the keywords, like interesting, the adjective, or the keyword, object, noun, So I might say something like this. I would like to tell you about a really fascinating activity that I really enjoy. Something like that. Hello.
Hi.
Okay. Hello. Oh, how do I say your name? Hyla?
Haila. Haila.
Hyla. Wow. Magnificent. Hyla, how are you today?
I'm fine. And you?
Oh, I'm okay. Thank you. Okay. Hyla, we're going to talk about hobbies a little bit.
Right.
What you see on your screen in front of you, just to get us started, this is, in fact, an IELTS Part 2 question, which would require you to talk at length. But basically, describing anything, you need to describe in detail, give examples, and an easy way to talk at length is to ask yourself the W questions: what, when, how long, how often, why. These kinds of things will help you not only in description, but primarily description, but other types of questions to speak at length. So, Hyla, tell me a little bit
Okay.
about yourself. Can you describe an interesting hobby that you have?
Um, I love to draw.
Hmm.
I'm not good, but I love to learn it.
Okay. All right. So to help you continue, what it is. I know what drawing is, but always try to speak with more details. So, in fact, what do you like to draw? Horses? Do you like to draw with charcoal? Do you like to draw on the walls?
No, in the paper
Okay. And all right,
with
and
pencil.
the pencil. And what do you like to draw? Cartoon characters, animation, animals?
Person.
Oh, okay. All right. Uh, Okay, so when you draw people, that's called a portrait, by the way. Just a little vocabulary suggestion.
Okay.
You like to draw portraits. Okay. All right. Again, looking at the screen share here,
Mm-hmm.
try to force yourself to speak at length. So just go down the bullet points here.
When you start doing it, um, I'm starting learning the draw from 3 years.
Okay. All right. Again, the object of the class is conversation. So, all right, try to give me multiple sentences. Okay.
Okay.
So I don't have to stop you and then give you feedback and stop one sentence. And I'm not really answering. I'm attempting to show you conversation. And when we converse with one another, we don't just say, "How are you?" "I'm fine." "How was your day?" "It was fine." "What about the weather?" "It's fine." Okay, we converse, we talk, right? Talk at length, say other things, add details, even go off on the side a little bit. Okay, I started learning to draw about 3 years ago. Okay, don't be shy about using time indicators. Uh, I have been drawing for 3 years. There's more than one way to say it, of course. Don't be shy in English about we're always mentioning time, using time phrases and clauses to show when to to clarify the time. Okay. Um, okay. How often do you do it? Okay. And she's gone. Okay. If you're worried about mistakes, well, then don't bother trying to learn English because you're going to make multiple mistakes. So don't be shy. Come on in and we'll converse and I'll help you out. That's the idea. You shy, you die. Forget it. Okay. Well, for example, all right, I'll show you an example of what I'm trying to look for today. A little conversation at length. Something like this. Okay. I would like to tell you about an unusual activity that I enjoy doing. This activity is called orienteering. Orienteering consists of using a compass and a map, and the basic idea is to get from point A to point B. Okay. Ken. Hi,
Yes.
Ken.
Hello, how are you?
I'm okay. Struggling to get going with a conversation class with myself. I feel schizophrenic when this happens. I think people are just shy to join. But anyway, okay. I was trying to just set up a kind of a framework to
Okay.
give somebody more or less an outline of what they could, how they could talk at length. So I was sharing this screen to try to encourage somebody to come on in and give it a try. Since I have this up, you want to give it a try, and then we'll take it down and we'll have, I know you can converse, so we'll have a normal conversation.
Okay.
You could try this if you would like. This is actually a part 2 IELTS question.
The answer to these questions?
Sure, go ahead and
Okay.
just you don't have to answer every question. Just use it as a basic framework or outline.
Okay. The interesting hobby you have, you should say, but it is my interesting hobby is listening to music. When you started doing, I started listening to music when I was a small kid. I loved watching a music show on TV. How long you spend on it? I don't know how long, but if I have a spare time, I tend to listen to music. Before I go to sleep, I often listen to music. How often you do it? Similar question. Maybe I answered this one.
Okay.
Okay. How often I answered? How long? Maybe concentration music continue maybe 15 minutes.
Okay.
Yeah. After
Right,
that, I just kind of listen to music without care. Yeah.
Okay. Well, like I said, you don't have to answer every question.
Okay.
Briefly.
Mhm.
The idea is give you a framework to speak
Okay.
at length, like naturally.
Mhm.
Okay. All right. All right. Why I like it so much for this. Okay. What is it you like about listening to music?
It's only music, but I like it.
It's only rock and roll, but I like it.
Yes. Yeah. Sometimes
Right.
I think, oh,
If
it's
you're
only music. Yeah.
Ken, if you're gonna quote the Rolling Stones, you better do it right.
I different something. Yeah. Somewhat.
I'm a big Rolling Stones fan, so if you don't mess it up if you're gonna quote the Stones. I know it's only rock and roll, but I like it.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. One. All right. We'll continue, but one small thing. I started. When you mentioned when you were a child, I liked watching music show.
Mm-hmm.
You like watching a music show. You
Music
like
show. Mm-hmm.
one music show out of many possible in the
Mm-hmm.
world.
Mm-hmm.
So you liked watching a music show. What music show?
That kind of pop music show. At that time, you know, the mimicking the Beatles style band were popular in Japan. So I before I knew the Beatles, I was listening to such bands. Yeah.
Mm. Okay. Was the music show a Japanese music show or?
Japanese music show because there are no YouTube at that time, and I don't, I couldn't understand English, so yeah.
Okay. I was just curious because, you know, there's a number of popular music shows in United States.
Mhm.
Did you ever see any of the old music shows
I
from the
Yeah,
United States? Have
it's
you ever seen? Sorry, I should.
yeah,
Bad English.
uh-huh,
Present perfect tense.
yes,
Have you ever seen?
yeah. I've seen Ed Sullivan show on YouTube
Ah,
or video after that,
right. Okay.
and American Bandstand, same at
Oh yeah.
YouTube, and actually two shows, Soul Train, and I forgot the title. Helen Lady was the host of the show.
Who was the host?
Helen Lady.
Helen Reddy.
Yeah,
Oh my goodness.
Canadian female singer.
Yeah, yeah,
She
yeah.
was the host of the show, but I forgot the title. Soul Train and that show on Japanese TV. Yeah, these were available on Japanese TV at that time.
Okay.
Mhm.
I'll give you another.
Midnight Special.
Midnight Special. That
Yeah.
was a good one. That was a really good one, actually. Yeah, I went for many years. Yeah. Okay. I'll give you another one. Have you ever heard of Don? I think it's Don Kitchener. Don Kitchener's rock concert.
No.
Oh, that's a good one.
Maybe broadcasting the a whole rock concert. Sounds like.
What's
like
that?
sounds like that show broadcast a whole rock concert.
No. It wasn't
No.
a whole concert, but they would have a band, and the band would do like 3, 4, 5 songs actually.
I see. Mhm. Okay.
And maybe I have that wrong. I'm not sure if I have that correct or Don something.
Mhm.
Oh, maybe I have it wrong. Don something rock concert. Anyway,
Okay.
Don Kirshner, not Kitchener. Don Kirshner.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's it. Okay, Don Kirshner's rock concert.
Mhm.
You have to check that one out.
Okay.
Because this is what swayed my heart to rock and roll as a child.
Mhm.
Don Kirshner's rock concert. There is a Kitchener's rock concert. It's a totally different thing. They
Mhm.
produce rock shows,
Mhm.
so I got them confused in my brain. But Don Kirshner's rock concert, it was like late 60s, early 70s.
Mhm.
The first one I saw, I will never forget. It was Rolling Stones, as a
Wow.
matter of fact. Rolling Stones promoting her Satanic Majesty's request.
Oh, wow. Wow, it's rare.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So it was really cool. It was really amazing. They had Mick Jagger. They had the 70s, like
Mhm.
the clouds of dry ice and the kind of strobe lights. And Mick Jagger came out on the stage wearing a wedding dress.
Oh my gosh. I didn't know that. Wow, I want to check that. Yeah, at that time, yeah, glam rock
awesome.
appeared. Yeah, Stones turned to be a
Yeah.
bit like a glam rock band. Yeah, they make up the stage. Yeah,
Right.
these days at that time. Yeah.
Yeah. And you got
Yeah.
awesome. You got the Who and Deep Purple, all kinds of crazy
Mhm.
bands at that time. Black Sabbath played
Mhm.
the Kirshner's rock concert. It was great. So you should check that out.
One Japanese show for it's not the usual show, but sometimes the public TV broadcast rock band show it was the first time I saw the moving Rolling Stones. I surprised at the movement of Mick Jagger. Wow, he moves
Yeah.
like that. Oh my gosh, yeah. Yes, that was a sensation to me as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I saw the Stones like 10 years ago, and he still moves around.
Yes, yes. I
Super
saw
active.
Rolling Stones concert 2 nights in my town.
Cool.
Yeah. And
Nice.
my seat was the second seat from the stage. So I
Oh,
watched,
wow.
and Mick Jagger came down to the stage to sing, so I saw him very closely. Yeah.
Very cool. That is awesome. Excellent. Oh, that is fun. That is exciting. Yeah, I have rarely been that close. For Aerosmith one time, I was that close.
Mhm.
That was pretty cool. See
Yeah.
Steve Tyler's giant lips.
And he moves mic stand very harshly on the stage. I was amazed by that. Yeah.
Who's that?
Harrison, Steven Tyler
Steven
moves
Tyler?
mic
Yeah.
stand kind of very harshly on the stage.
Yes, he does, quite violently, and he had all the handkerchiefs tied around the mic stand.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah, you kind of thought you were going to get hit in the head, but that would be okay. Do you know, that reminds me,
Mhm.
I know we're way off topic of hobbies. We'll get back there, but that reminds me, I once, do you know who
Mhm.
Iggy Pop is?
Oh yeah, Iggy Pop and Stooges.
You're right, exactly. I went to an Iggy Pop concert, and this was back in 1980, I guess, and punk rock was just taking off. I went with some of my punk rock friends, and this girl, it was so funny. She got, she's like, Iggy Pop spit on me. He spit on me, and I caught it in my hand. I'll never wash my hand again.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Wow.
And
Wow.
I swear to God, she didn't wash her hand for like 6 months.
Her
Her nails are all dirty.
Yeah, I remember that in 70s, I think it happened in the London punk scene. Musician and the fan spit each other.
Yes.
Yeah, oh my gosh. That's funny. Yeah.
Yes, it was very funny.
But you know that punk movement happened in New York at the beginning.
Yeah, I was living in New York. I was going
Really?
to
Right.
university there.
It's very exciting time.
Yeah,
Television,
quite.
Patti Smith, Talking Heads,
Talking
Ramones.
Heads.
Yeah, they were the first punk
Ramones.
movement. And then British youngsters realized what punk is, and British punk started after that.
Yeah. Yeah, it was a fun time to be living in New York, I'll tell you that. It was a lot of fun. I had a great time. Dead Kennedys, crazy stuff. Well, DKs, they were mostly from California, but they played in California. The craziest band maybe I've ever seen, punk band, was called Wendy O. Williams and the Plasmatics. Probably never heard of them. Probably not. But their show is completely ridiculous. They sawed a guitar in half, a guitar that was playing, by the way, in half with a chainsaw. Yeah, and they set the drum kit on fire in the club. And for the second set, Wendy O. Williams came out on stage with only 3 pieces of electric tape on her body. Otherwise, she was naked. 3 pieces of strategically placed black electrical tape, strategically placed on her body. Whoa. And she took whipped cream, 2 cans of whipped cream, and she put them on herself, and she put them on the crowd, and she jumped into the crowd, spraying whipped cream everywhere. It was all very fun.
Yes.
Quite insane.
Yeah.
Good times.
Good times, yes. Maybe nowadays, Maybe such kind of happening art tend to be usual thing in modern art or in the rock music. So nowadays it's a bit like cliche, but at that time quite sensational. Maybe, and I was young,
Yeah.
so it's kind of my sensitivity is more kind of uh, it appealed to my how can I say lust or something like that. Yeah, at that time.
Right.
Yeah.
You're right. And when I mean, back in those days, in the 70s, even using a bad word, a curse word, was, oh, he said a bad word. Whoa, they're so
Yeah,
cool.
it's very common on the music. Yeah, some music. Yeah.
Yeah, rap music, it's not common to hear a normal word. Yeah, things have changed.
Mm.
Anyway, yeah, okay. Anyway, we're supposed to be talking about hobbies.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Did you have any hobbies as a child that you don't do anymore?
Yeah, collecting stamps.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because at that time it was a kind of a common hobby, and sometimes rare stamps can be sold in a very good price. But nowadays, people stop collecting stamps, postal stamps, I mean.
Yeah.
And yeah, even though I collected, I cannot sell, or I lost interest about such kind of thing, yeah, such kind of collection now. Yeah.
Do do people still collect stamps?
I think so. As an investment, it means nothing now here.
Really?
Yeah. Or I collected some telephone card. I don't know, telephone prepaid card. I don't know whether it is. I think it's same. Before the cell phone days, you know, payphone has a kind of prepaid card slot.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that card was a target for a collection or investment at that time. Rare
Really?
card, yeah.
I wonder if you could even use one of those old telephone cards now. Would it be even
Uh,
possible?
yes, but the payphone itself is radically reducing. So I have a difficulty to find that payphone on the street nowadays.
Yeah, you would. Are there payphones on the street in Japan?
Yes, still some because some people still don't have a cell phone or foreign visitor came to Japan, maybe starts using cell phone could be expensive or
Uh-huh.
prepaid buying prepaid phone is somewhat difficult here. So payphone, yeah, in that
Is
case,
it?
yeah, useful. Yeah.
Yeah, they're very hard to find here in the Philippines. It's very hard to find a
Mm,
payphone, and they're usually like inside. Sometimes they're inside an internet cafe or a
mm.
hotel lobby,
I
but
see.
they're not really public.
Oh, really? Oh.
Yeah, it's strange.
Still, there are two payphone a bit close to my. One payphone is not exist anymore. Only one payphone on the street close to my house nowadays. In the past, many, but now only one. Yeah.
Yeah, okay. It does not exist anymore. Not
That,
is not
yeah,
exist.
does not exist.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Hmm. Yeah, the payphones are gone. And here in the Philippines, you can't buy a disposable phone. In the United States, you can buy that kind of phone.
Mm,
Actually, it's the United States, so disposable cameras, disposable phones.
yeah.
There's every 7-Eleven, every convenience store, you can
Um,
buy those things. But
not yeah, kind of
not
such
here.
kind of disposable phone were available, but it was used after the regulation became tight. So nowadays, buying such kind of phone is a bit difficult. It's not easy for foreigners, I guess. Maybe,
Yeah.
yeah. And
Yeah,
mm,
I never see those here.
mm,
Uh, I used to. United States, those disposable cameras are great. You can take whatever 36 pictures and then done.
Mm,
Those don't exist now, really.
yeah,
It's
because
digital
he,
pictures.
right. Same here. Yeah, I used a lot of disposable photos of cameras, but no, I'm not. And maybe Fujifilm stopped producing film. Maybe only the Kodak is still producing film. So
You mean
yeah,
what do you call regular film? Analog film?
yeah, analog film. Yeah.
Is that what you really call it? I actually don't know.
Uh, we call it film, just a film for the
Just film.
analog film.
Okay.
Yeah. Digital, camera doesn't have film. Or I heard nowadays, movie director which like shooting movie on the film. They are
Hmm.
they are buying a lot of films to stock because only the Kodak is producing now.
Hmm. It's interesting. Uh, well, that's an okay. Speaking of hobbies,
Mhm.
photography is a hobby, which I
Mhm.
have never. I don't know. I just never take pictures. Do you take many pictures? Like if you go
After
on vacation?
I have a cell phone. Yeah, I took not many, but I sometimes while I'm walking, I when I see the beautiful scenery or flowers, I take some pictures.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I never do. I'm very curious if photographers, people who do photography as a hobby, if they prefer regular film or
Mm.
it's much better. Is it better to regular
Mhm.
film? Are there
Ah,
qualities that people like better or
mhm. Ah, you know, it's like a digital and analog record. Textures
yeah,
are different.
yeah.
So digital images much,
Hmm.
the analog film, but some people prefer the analog and how can I say processed after that. So
Hmm.
Photoshop or my digital camera automatically adjusts a beautiful color or shadow or something.
Ah,
So
right.
yeah, that's the one. So that means photographer can process the picture
Yeah, that makes it all kind of fake
mm, yes,
in
fake
a
like
way.
yeah.
It's fake. Like movies are fake.
Mhm.
They're all computer
Yeah.
digitalized. I don't
Yes.
know.
And current movies, which is shot in digital camera and digital process, image very clear and bright and very yeah, colorful.
Hmm.
Some
Right.
people like to feel nostalgia like old picture quality, kind of film quality. It's not clear. Some
Yeah.
people feel it's more artistic. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. I okay. Going relating that back to music. I maybe
Mhm.
I'm nuts, but I love listening to vinyl.
Mhm.
Um,
Yeah.
I don't know why it sounds different, and I think it sounds better. It sounds less homogenized. I don't know how to express it.
Mm.
I don't know. I don't know. Modern digital music sounds kind of fake to me, like
Mm.
a made at a factory, made by a machine, no humans
Mm.
involved.
Yeah. Kind of clear, but sound is very stiff.
Yeah,
So analog sound is milder than digital sound. Yes.
yeah,
Yeah. So yeah, it is said the analog record market revived nowadays. Yeah, people began to
really.
like, and for very youngsters, they don't even know what a record is. So
Yeah, I know.
so buying record is a new experience for them.
Huh,
Yeah, I
funny.
heard of that. Yeah, they don't know. what record is. Yeah.
I've run into that several times in my
Yes.
classes. They don't have a clue what I'm talking about.
Yeah. So for them, buying record is a somewhat fashionable kind of trend nowadays.
Yeah. Which in a way I don't understand. I'm getting off topic, but I don't understand how young people, whatever, high school or even university age, how do they not understand what things like what a record album is, what a landline telephone is? How do they not know that? I know, for example, I know what a telegraph is. I know what telegraph operators, what it looked like. I know what the Pony Express mail system was. I know what a steam engine is. How do they not know this stuff? I mean, do they, because modern technology is so wonderful, we don't have to know history? I don't get it. I don't understand.
Some people ask their parents, or some people ask on the Google Yahoo answer or something. I heard after they buy the record, they don't know how to play it. Actually, that's actually happening now. So they ask, how actually, but for the first time I bought a CD, I played the B side of the CD. I believed CD has a B side, so I played the B side of the CD. Yeah.
Not working. It's broken. That's very funny. That's very funny. Yeah, but my point is, I don't understand why they have no concept of what it is. What is it? I don't know what that is.
Right.
How can they not have a concept? I know what old-fashioned things are.
Yeah. So maybe our album is almost over now. The people began to buy song piece by piece.
Yeah, I know. And I hate that as well for another reason, because album covers were an awesome art form, I think.
Right.
Things like
sorry, go ahead.
Album covers and posters for concerts that you used to see. I think those were art forms that just don't exist anymore.
So yeah,
which is weird.
That's the reason why people started buying album again. They decorate the album cover sleeve on the wall, and that album has analog vinyl record and download a number from the internet, so they can get analog and digital at the same time.
Very clever. That's very good. Oh, really?
Really? Yes.
Okay, that's smart. I did not know that. Okay. Start building up my collection again. Okay, you're really into music. Did you ever collect vinyl?
Yes, I collected vinyl. Yes, but I abandoned it actually. So I don't play. Yeah.
Okay. Did you ever collect any of the really rare vinyls, like the Beatles complete collection?
Yes. First picture album.
Yes, that was right. Right. I used to have a lot of Beatles albums with the apple on the.
Yeah. I know that label. Yeah. Apple
that label.
Yes.
Yeah.
The same as Japanese record. Yeah.
Right. And I had, again, back to Rolling Stones, her Satanic Majesty's Request, that had of course, this is extremely primitive by today's standards, but it had like the reflected picture this was very limited edition.
Yes.
But I had one, and you change it and you can see different pictures.
I have that on CD. CD cover sleeve has same trick.
Really?
Yes.
Interesting. I had the original issue of that. That was cool. And again, Rolling Stones, Sticky Fingers, the one that had the real zipper on it.
Yes. That's funny. Yeah. I got that on CD, and CD doesn't have zipper.
I'm sure. Yeah, why would it? Yeah, of course. That's one of my favorite all-time albums. Actually, I love that album. Yeah, very funny. Okay. Yes. Well, there you go. I used to collect. One of my hobbies was collecting vinyl.
Mhm.
Unfortunately, I sold all of those. Uh, did you? Oh, you had mentioned about your stamps. Did you ever sell
Mhm. The
any?
stamp?
Yeah.
Actually not. I was just a kid, so I don't know how to do it. But
Yeah.
I believed, at the time, oh, maybe this stamp gonna be sold in a high price, something.
Yeah. You were
Just a
hopeful.
curiosity, yeah, for the curiosity, yeah.
Yeah. Right. Uh, okay. Yes. Whatever. I collected vinyl. I also collected books. I had a lot of, more or less by accident. I like science fiction,
Mhm.
and friends and family would buy me science fiction books that they would buy at like lawn sales, personal
Mhm.
sales,
Mhm.
you know,
Yeah.
and so they get like a box, a giant box with like
Mhm. Kind of
200 books.
garage sale or something?
Garage sale,
Garage
yeah,
sale, okay. Mhm.
garage sale, which in and of itself is a hobby. Many
Mhm.
people in the United States love to go to
Mhm.
garage sales as a hobby, or they go to flea markets as a hobby.
Mhm.
And they collect things and sell them back and
Mhm.
whatever. Um, in and of itself, that's a hobby. But yeah, I used to go. My people used to. Oh, because you could buy like a box of books for $1.
I
You know,
see. Mhm.
really crazy.
Mhm.
You know, get like whatever 50 books for $1. I mean, really crazy.
Mhm.
And
Mhm.
then they knew I liked science fiction, and there's many old science fiction, and they would be hardcover. And I would look through them, and I figured out how to figure out if they were first edition. And
Mhm.
I ended up collecting
Oh,
all
wow.
these really rare first edition science fiction novels,
I
uh,
see.
which I learned
See.
later.
On kind of uh, the site, auction site
Uh
there.
huh.
Uh-huh.
Right. And I learned
Wow.
later that books have some first edition rare books are enormously valuable. And Ken, oh, connection problem. Is there a solar flare or something going on? A lot of connection problems today or whatever. Okay. And he's back. Hello again. Ken, are you connected? Ken, are you there? No, not working properly. Ken, are you connected? Are you still trying to connect? Probably, probably the latter. Ken, are you there? Ken, are you there? Can you hear me? Okay, while I'm waiting for Ken to fix his connection, anybody out there in Verbling, any viewers out there who would care to join me for the last 12, 11 minutes of class, please do. We can converse about pretty much anything because, at this point,
I'm sorry.
there
I
we go.
disconnected. Yeah, sorry. Yeah.
Okay, welcome back.
Oh, thank you. sometimes my old computer cannot work well, so I changed the computer
Ah,
to new one. Yeah.
okay. Yes, I very soon will buy a new computer myself. But okay, what are some now? Sometimes, okay, you're in Japan, and many times Japanese figure out new hobbies, like the little digital pets. That was one, or
Tamagotchi. Yeah.
kids collecting all the Pokemon.
Yes.
Kids on my street do that. They have these little Pokemon cards. I have no idea what they are, but they smash them down on the road. They take cards from one another. I don't know what they're doing, but
me neither.
all my neighborhood kids collect these little like this big Pokemon cards. They're all Japanese writing, and I don't know anybody that speaks Japanese on my street, but they do something with them. Anyway, do you know of any new hobbies that are happening in trendy new in Japan? It seems like Japan's always coming up with a new trendy
in terms
hobby
of
or collectible.
pop culture.
Yeah.
Maybe I might tell you about that. A kind of Vocaloid. Vocaloid is
What's that?
Vocaloid is a software which anybody let singer sing. That the main character of Vocaloid called Hatsune Miku, and anybody can let her sing, and people post a video or sound on the internet, and that Hatsune Miku became a big star here, even though she's not real. Yeah, and she holds a concert in Los Angeles, Japan, Taiwan, Singapore. I saw the video on the YouTube, and Hatsune Miku on the stage as a hologram, and band is actual band. But the voice of Hatsune Miku is totally synthesized the voice. And people got very excited, like a rock concert.
Wow.
Yeah, kind of. I felt, wow, it's 21st century comes.
Yeah, that is wild. Well, of course, there was Gorillas, if you remember, which were.
I've heard of that, Gorillas.
Actually, their music is great. I really like their music. Basically, a virtual band. All their videos were just animation. And the fact is that the band members traded out. There was no consistent band. The band, as you knew it, were the 4 characters in the animation. But in reality, there was several. I don't know how many musicians and backup musicians and so forth. But they actually gave concerts too, and they would show the animation, and there would be 12 different musicians on stage. Anyway, okay, I guess kind of the same thing. That's very interesting. So I don't quite understand. What's the deal with Vocaloid? You can.
Vocaloid
I don't quite understand.
The name of software.
All right.
Which, anybody can let the computer sing, and it's also applied to the medical field as well. Some people who lost their voice, and currently they can, if they use a kind of artificial voice, it sounds very robotic. But vocalic technique soften such a robotic tone of the voice. It's still robotic, but a more human-like voice. So it can be applied to the medical field as well. And
interesting.
The difference between the current promotion of the stars and Hatsune Miku, current pop idol was produced by the producers or labels only, or agents. But sometimes users of Hatsune Miku bring new idea to Hatsune Miku. That also became popular here. All of a sudden, some user add the image of, how can I say, kind of onion. Hatsune Miku have an onion with her hand, with singing. It's a bit funny image, but that image spread around the internet. So kind of user also can change the Hatsune Miku's direction.
Okay. What? Onion?
Yeah, onion. It's just a silly, funny image.
So her hand was like an onion?
Yes.
Okay.
So usually pop idol, doesn't do that. So, but some user added that, and it appeared to the fan, and kind of such kind of interaction happens.
Okay. Interesting. All right. Great. Okay. Well, it's got to start somewhere. All right.
Okay.
Pretty soon, who needs actual rock stars? And who needs actual teachers? And then of course, who needs actual students? And then who needs actual human beings?
Oh my God.
Let the computers entertain themselves, and that's it. So much. We're just an evolutionary step, of course. We're just witnessing the next step.
Yeah, maybe in the future, robot might see this video. What human talking about in 21st century or something like that. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. I feel like a fish watching the first frog crawl up on it. Oh, look, that's interesting. What they're doing. It's not just a hobby; it's an evolution.
Okay. Wow. That's kind
Wow.
of.
That's a good motto. That's a good company slogan right there. It's not. I like that. Wow, that's $1 million slogan.
Yeah.
Okay.
Evolution of education. Yeah. Weird.
Yeah. Interesting. I wonder what hobbies will be invented in the future. What new collectibles? What new activities? One that I really want to try. I'm dying to try myself. Is the one where have you seen it? They go in a giant tube and it's like skydiving, but they're inside and they're just flying in the tube and they're doing flips and tricks.
Oh, I see.
And they obviously don't need to wear a parachute. They're just they go in there and they have like team competitions. They have teams that make these formations, and it's totally three-dimensional. I mean, they're flying every which way, spinning, reverse spinning. Really quite amazing.
Wow.
Have you seen that?
I saw someone was inside the big ball, giant ball, and giant ball rolls. While giant ball rolls, they kind of flying like that inside the ball, but not a tube. Yeah.
It's a tube, and the wind blows up, and
wow.
they get into the skydiving position, and then they can, depending on what they do to their body, they can. I think
I watched it. Yes. I think I watched that. Yes.
Amazing. I'd love to try that. I can see that. I mean, it's obviously a nascent thing. It's just starting, but I can see that becoming an awesome sport. Really, I was so impressed by the teams of people doing formation. They're basically dancing, but not. How do you say that? Not three-dimensional dancing, like four-dimensional dancing, because they had no gravity. So they were really amazing, actually. I can see that becoming. I hope that becomes popular. Actually, that's when that involves actual physical. Yeah,
the computer was old, non-physical, but maybe people are also interested in the physical thing after this.
That would be nice. I'm worried about the human race plugging in and turning off and becoming the human race becoming more or less an application. I'm concerned about that. Yeah. Okay. Ken, Very interesting conversation. Thank you
Thank you very much.
rescuing the class. Okay, and I'll see you next time.
Okay, see you later. Bye.
All right. Bye-bye. Thank you. Thank you very much.